feels kind of crazy to do that, like, for real, because we never actually record anything in person like that. And we also never record things with an actual camera. So we're going to find out a few things today. Hi, this is Gabriel, and I'm joined by... And this is a mini twist of reality with a twist. This is definitely not a full episode. Oh my God, that'd be sad. Really, we're going to find out a few things today. We're going to find out how good these little mics are. And going to find out if my camera stops recording at 30 minutes, which I think it does since it's not a camcorder and it's also a Japanese brand. I believe Panasonic Lumix is Japanese, which is a quirk with Japanese cameras. I think just Japanese. I don't know. Ignore what I'm saying. But yeah, you might notice some changes around here. Hopefully mostly for the better. I'm holding a actual mic with a cute little purple thing on it, which, I mean, I didn't need these little, they're not even really pop filters, just mic covers. I didn't really even need them, but if I have the opportunity to make something purple, my ass is going to make it purple. So what you're looking at is kind of the set for what I imagine will be the in-person set, like it's not my living room, but what I imagine will be the main set for Reality with a Twist if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're not, then hopefully this just sounds good. I mean, that's all I can hope. But I have a few things to talk about today. I really just, if you're seeing this, that means I deemed it okay enough to actually upload. I'm recording this on Friday, by the way. So if this comes out on Friday, that's going to be very impressive. But let's just go over some equipment real quick. I was looking really for the cheapest way to get into this stuff, because what we currently do is either gather around a Yeti Nano that we just kind of put in front of all of us, which it works okay, but not really what it's meant for. Or we one time we tried to just use a bunch of our individual mics, plug them all into different computers, record them all, and then splice them together, and that sounded god awful. So basically what we learned from that is that we need an actual audio interface setup, and more importantly, we need one with 4 inputs, since there's 4 main guys on the podcast nowadays. So I went mostly Behringer for equipment, because it's just like, I'm not going to spend real money on this shit. I had to convince the guys to go 4 ways on this equipment. Of course, I paid for I think twice what they paid, because this was my idea in the first place to get all this equipment. So I didn't want them having to pay for my idea super bad out of the pocket. But so yeah, Behringer Xenix 1202 SFX, which is really more of a mixer than just a pure audio interface. But from my research and from what it said, it's working really well, and it was shockingly cheap. It was $129, which comparable, even off-brand, and I mean, Behringer is kind of an off-brand in itself, but even off-brand pure interfaces with 4 inputs were like $300, $200, and this was $129 for a mixer and interface deal. So yeah, I think it's working really well. And then I have a few different, this is actually our mismatched mic. This is the Behringer SL84C. And then we have, I think, X1800S or something like that. We have 3 of those, because those came in a 3-pack. And then we have the one. So this is kind of the odd mic out. And then just some generic cables. And I'm recording on Audacity. Through my university, I get Audition. I get Adobe Suite, so I should really record to Audition, but too lazy for that one. This is starting off great. This is the most nerd-ass, boring-ass shit. The second I don't have another guy here to just talk about farts and poop with, give me some feedback on what you think of the audio. I'm going to try to do my best with it. My biggest concern is these mics where Behringer cheaped out is that these are kind of copies of Shure microphones, and with Shure, they do a lot to kind of mitigate the sound of like tossing the mic back and forth between your hand and the wire. I think it's called like microphonics, rubbing on things and going through the microphone. So Behringer really didn't do that. I think with this microphone they did more so than the cheaper ones. But give me your feedback on that. And the entire reason we even ended up with this stuff is today was supposed to be the day that the season 3 finale came out. And before I get into that, there's an entire story with that. But definitely email us at realitywithatwistpodcast@gmail.com. Email us with really anything you want to say. We will respond. Give us some episode ideas. We'd love that. And follow us at RWATPod on just about any social media, even YouTube. I think at this point is youtube.com/@RWATPod. So just follow us there. And leave a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts if you like what you hear. It helps us a lot. But the story that led to us even requiring this equipment in the first place it's long overdue. We should have had it a long time ago. But it's this kind of thing where we don't make money on this podcast, and it's hard to justify spending hundreds of dollars on some cheap basic equipment like this. But it's hard to justify that. And we usually are okay with recording around a Yeti Nano just in the middle of a table. But God, listening back to those episodes, when you compare it to our remote episodes, it's just sad to listen to. And usually with podcasts, remote episodes are usually the ones that sound worse than the in-person episodes. So it kind of sucked to have, what my opinion is, my favorite episodes to listen back to. Our chemistry is the best. We're the funniest. We're we don't talk over each other all the time. It kind of sucks for like there to be kind of a trade-off in audio quality. It's like you can't have both. But it finally all came to a head when we tried to record the season 3 finale at Ben's place. And Ben has a new apartment, and we were all visiting, kind of a housewarming thing, and we were all going to drink and just hang out and have a boys' night, which that by itself, I hate calling them boys' nights because I hate the whole boys culture. Which I'm not going to get into that right now, but God, actually, you know what? Let's do that. I am so opposite of like frat, like Saturdays are for the boys, Barstool, Old Row, like freaking PragerU shit like that. I'm so not a fan of that. And it's just like guys always want to have things for themselves. And they always want to like pollute it with some kind of really, really toxic masculinity. And I know I've talked about it on the podcast before with stuff like Reels versus TikTok. But it's kind of worse than that, because like on TikTok, I feel like everything's pretty lighthearted. I definitely think there is sexism. I think it's possible to be sexist to both sexes. But historically, women are more there's more sexism towards women than men, so it's just like getting sexism back when it's kind of a dominant culture versus it's an entire thing. But it's like you go through these reels on Instagram of like the most stupid thing you've ever seen, and I think Instagram does it on purpose. They show you the most stupid thing you've ever seen of just like freaking Nate Garner or something being like, oh, women should cook. Women shouldn't be afraid of cooking. It means you take care of your man. Stop with all the feminism and all the freaking. And then you get comments of just people being like, so not even in agreement, but just like almost like comments always take it a step further. And you can use the argument that they're like joking or something, but it's just such a toxic, horrible space. And it's such a echo chamber of, because that's my theory with comments. I feel like comment sections are almost purposely an echo chamber. It's more than just an algorithm thing. Because when you go onto, this is another tangent, when you go onto TikTok and you see a video that's blatantly wrong of just like, somebody who has some stupid conspiracy theory about something that's so not true. Like, I don't know, like, let's just say, like the biggest thing I can think of is like those human trafficking things, where if there's a leaf under your windshield, then it's supposed to be, it was on there on purpose, and the second you go to take it off, you've shown that you go into your car and it's supposed to stop you for just enough time for somebody to kidnap you. Just blatantly wrong stuff, like, and almost harmfully misleading stuff. And then people in the comments will just, the only comments that are at the top are people agreeing with it and being like, oh yeah, my sister's cousin's dog's previous owner one time said that she bent down to pick up a $20 bill that was on the ground, and she got immediately freaking put a tarp over her, and they throwed her over their back like freaking Santa Claus and just carried her off into freaking who knows where. And it's just this echo chamber of just false, horrible information. And then the same thing happens with I think liberal and conservative sides of social media. But I think with conservative sides, it's just very, very like abrasive with how comments do. And it's just kind of like this for the boys. Boys gotta keep each other. Boys gotta have each other's back, and it's just such a toxic environment. And that's why I don't like calling us the boys, or saying like boys night or anything. That's kind of what it is. It's just some guys. Back to the beginning. It's just some fucking guys hanging out. Went on this entire tangent. It's just, yeah, we were hanging out at Ben's place. To go back so many steps, we were hanging out at Ben's place. And we were just going to drink and hang out and have a boys night. Drinking beer and watching the football game and telling our wives to go make us telling the old ball and chain to make us another goddamn sandwich and no, but anyway. Yeah, so we were, God, the stupid redneck voice really hurt my throat actually. But we were hanging out at Ben's place, and we wanted to record the season 3 finale since we were all together, and because all of us agreed that those are our best episodes. So we went to record, and we were drinking, and the episode was so sloppy and weird already, but I was like, at least it sounds okay. So the next day we wake up, and Gunner's on his way. He has to go up to South Bend or something, and Ben, Dylan, and I are like, hey, you want to record a mini twist just so we have a little bit of a backlog, just in case we don't get recording episodes in time. And we were like, yeah, let's do it. So we recorded a mini twist, same way. Everything was set up the exact same way. We go to listen to our season 3 finale because we remember it being bad. We remember it being weird and off track and just not what we wanted it to be. So we're like, let's listen to it over. And we start playing it, and it sounds god awful. And it's just like, okay, Blue Yeti Nanos aren't the best microphones, but they sound good for the price. They sound good. Like they, for the average person listening to a Yeti Nano wouldn't, without a direct comparison, be able to tell it apart from a Shure SM7B. Like, of course they sound very, very different, but the average person just listening to one wouldn't immediately be able to be like, this is not high quality podcast equipment. They sound good. And this just sounded god awful. So we went to investigate. We opened Audacity, and we discovered that Audacity recognizes that the Yeti Nano is plugged in, but just assumed that we wanted to use laptop audio. Ben said that he switched it to the Yeti Nano, but I think upon reopening Audacity, it just defaulted to laptop audio. So we have an hour and a half long episode, and not to mention, we also record our mini twist same way, didn't change a single thing. So we have over 2 hours of content, almost 3 hours of content, really, that just sounds god awful. And the thing we're thinking is maybe if we start a Patreon in the future, we can release that on there. But it's just like, God, do we really want to charge people money to hear that shit? Like, holy crap. I mean, we're going to have other content on our Patreon too, but like, is that even something we want to subject our paying fans to? And I'm kind of thinking no. But that just made us realize, because we were already thinking about doing this, and I was just like, guys, we got to do something. So I sent him one more text saying, hey, let's really do this. I'll pay X amount. You guys just pay the remaining amount divided by 3. They agreed. So I got this equipment here, and that's why we're recording this. just so you know, the finale's still coming. We're gonna retry. I don't know when exactly it's coming, but it is coming relatively soon. And we were originally going to record a more regular mini twist today, but getting into this, if you live in the Midwest, or maybe specifically Indiana, on February 16th, that's when I'm recording this, and that should be when I'm uploading it too, if all goes according to plan. Been super weirdly warm. This entire winter's been super weirdly warm, and then all of a sudden we just get like 4 or 5 inches of sticky, cold, wet snow, covering everything. And you know, Delaware County, Muncie plows did their best this morning, and our roads were pretty clear, but then it just kept coming down. So the roads got really, really bad. And I went to Walmart to get a tripod that if you're watching the video, you're seeing right. That's where my camera is. It's on a cheap $15 Walmart tripod. But I went to get that because the guys were originally going to come over tonight, and we were going to all record a mini twist, except for Ben. I don't think Ben was available. But yeah, so we were gonna. Am I really holding the mic off kilter this entire? Does it really sound that bad? Well, shit. Anyway, I'll fix it if it gets to that. But yeah, so we were originally going to do that, but God, the weather was just so bad, and I had a 20-minute drive, and there were 5 separate times where I pressed on the brakes, and then you know when you press on the brakes and you feel that crunch and it starts to go, and you're just drifting forward, and it's just like, God damn, this is bad. Like, I don't have winter tires on, so it's probably my fault, but still, like, it was bad, and I live an hour away from everybody, so we called it off for tonight. But I still wanted to get some kind of audio test episode out on the new set. I say that with big ol' air quotes. But so yeah, that's why we're not. This weather is just insane, and it's just like, at least it's not all a warm winter. That's my one positive about it. It's not all just as unseasonably warm winter, because that's kind of scary. But getting snow this late in February, well, I guess mid-February, isn't unheard of, but it's still weird. It's like we're supposed to start easing into spring at this point. So whatever. Hopefully this doesn't continue. But you know what's also not really continuing and is finally starting to get better is, I bet half of our viewers have some form of seasonal depression, especially if you're from Indiana. It's kind of a given if you're from Indiana. Seasonal affective depressive disorder, I think SADD. Is that what it is? Or is it SAAD? I don't know, but it's sad. And seasonal depression it's here to stay. And it's, with me, it's really hitting harder and harder every year, which I don't know if that's for you, dear listener, if that's your experience as well. But it hits harder and harder every year, and especially in college. It's like, God, I appreciate that we have summers off, but it's not a helpful combination that at the most depressing part of the year, I have the highest workload. And it's not like only one semester falls in winter. They both have winter in them. So it's my classes, this is my most important semester of college. I'm supposed to graduate not on time, but only a semester late, and that's all dependent on this semester. I have barely gone to classes. I've barely done work. I'm hoping to pass all my classes, but this time I'm not even hoping for an A or B. If I can just squeeze by with a C in all my classes, hallelujah, holy shit. Because it's just like, you're so in the dumps. You're so like, it's not even like expressly sad. You're just like, you feel so stagnant in your mind. It's like your mind is just a pool that has no running water, no pump, no cleaning. It's just stagnant water, and it gets dirtier and dirtier. And the less you move, the dirtier it gets. But you have no desire to move. You have no desire to shake the pool or move any water. And it's just like this rut you get into. And it's so, God, it's so like, debilitating. It's not even like, like I said, it's not even expressive sadness. It's not like I wake up every day moping and it's just like a severe lack of motivation and like a general hopelessness. And you're not my fucking therapist. I'm not telling you this to be my therapist. I'm just saying it's hard, and I know it's hard this time of year. And if you're feeling that, God, today was not the day for you with all this snow and dark weather. But we're almost done with it. And hearing birds tweet, goddamn, hearing birds tweet in the sun is actual serotonin. Something about hearing birds tweet makes me so happy. Just chemically happy, and chemically relaxed. So just looking for, if you're really in the rut right now, just imagine in a month's time, 65 degrees, sun out, golden hour, birds tweeting. You'll hear some wind through some trees. Beautiful. And you will be motivated again. I swear to you, you are not losing your touch or anything. You're just not motivated because of dumbass seasonal depression. That's Dr. Bickle's opinion. Whatever. Oh my God. I swear I'm an entertaining person. It's like the second I get a mic in front of me and I know I'm being recorded, it's like all bets are fucking off. I should still be recording. I'm only been here for 23 minutes. So I should still be recording on the camera, but once it hits 30 minutes, I'll most likely have to get up. But let's talk about some ideas for the season finale. I want to do some different things this time, and the first and foremost, I listen to some episodes every once in a while, especially right now towards the end of the season, so I get an idea of what the episodes were like, so I can more accurately do our rating system for our finales. Third season in a row we're doing that for our finale. But I want to also, first of all, hear your guys' ideas. What do you guys want us to do special for the finale? But also I want to do a section where we do undone odds, because upon listening to this season, I'm like, did we even do any of these odds? Like, we're all like, oh man, it hit. Nards, it hit. But then just nothing ever happens. And then we all forget about it because we only record once or twice, every month. So it's so funny. We have so many odds that we still have to do, and so many odds tokens. I want to get a refresh on who has what tokens. I think they're all Dylan's. He's the freaking, like, oh my God, he has the infinity gauntlet of odds tokens at this point. Oh, fuck, I'm giving you free feet pics. If you're watching the YouTube video, I might have to censor that shit out. I have socks on, but still, y'all are creepy. But I want to do something like that. I also want to do maybe implement some kind of game into the finale with the episodes, and maybe do like a overall tier of the season and do tiers of our previous seasons as well. So like, oh, we have a bunch of B tiers this season, but we also have an S and an F. So maybe we're thinking B or C because F's pretty bad. So like for the entire season, and I don't know, maybe we can implement some kind of game into it, some kind of quiz. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. And it's going to be in person. It's going to be an in-person finale. I think that's only appropriate this late in the game for Reality with a Twist. And as for season 4, we don't have too much planned yet. We usually do most of our planning after the season finale. But I'm thinking probably, I don't know. I'm thinking probably bi-weekly right now, just with how college is going. Some updates on the guys. I think Gunnar might be switching his major. I don't want to get too into that because I don't know how much he knows, and I don't want to just go speaking on his behalf. But he's thinking about switching his major. And Ben obviously graduated. He works for I'll just say he works for the city. And Dylan there's a lot going on with Dylan, but I'm not going to get into that. He might be looking for a new job soon. Maybe. I might cut this out. Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot going on with all of us. I still work at the same store I've worked at for 2 years now, and I'm still in college. So really, only 2 of the guys are in college now, but we're gonna be in college for a while longer, unfortunately. I think Gunner's on track to be in college the longest, but he's getting a higher degree than I am, so that makes sense. But yeah, so updates on the guys. Yeah, I might end the episode here soon. I can't really think of too much else to say. Yeah. Really entertaining episode this time. If I even upload this one, it'll be a miracle. And if you're excitedly like, oh my gosh, a new Reality with a Twist upload, I hope it's the finale. And it's just me talking about boys on Instagram. Sorry, but next episode will be a lot better. It's either coming out. It's probably not coming out until weekend after next, but we are recording a mini twist tonight. Another mini twist. So there should be content next week as well. Maybe. I'll talk to them about that because we're wanting to record the season finale next Friday. So yeah, that's what we're thinking. How about for odds? Gabe, what are the odds? You call Ben and say hi. 2. Oh man. Okay. 3, 2, 1, 2, 2. Oh, a hit. Oh, a hit. Oh, I gotta call Ben. As in every single mini twist episode. Oh, I hope he's not mad. What if he's just like really busy?
Hi, Gabe.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Gabe.
Hi, Ben.
Gabe.
How's it going?
Hi, Gabe.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Gabe.
Hi. You're on Reality with a Twist right now. I bet you never saw that coming. Do you want to get?
Gabe, I'm trying to talk. I can't hear you at all.
What? Wait.
Hi, Gabe.
Wait. What? Wait. I thought he was just doing a bit. Wait.
Hi, Gabe.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
What? I thought you were doing a bit. I was talking that entire time.
No, I genuinely couldn't hear you.
That is so okay. Well, you're on Reality with a Twist right now. I know. It's shocking. You're on such a prestigious.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I've been recording for all of 29 minutes, and I don't even know if I'm keeping it all in. But this has probably been the most boring episode yet, because shocker, Gabe by himself is not the most entertaining fellow. But how's it going?
Hi, Gabe. It's going good.
Yay!
Yeah. I'm having a cocktail that is... It's the coconut that you gave me, the coconut cream, and strawberry Fanta.
Oh, I bet that's good. Are we okay? So are we record? We're not recording the finale tonight, right? We're recording the mini twist.
I think so. Yeah.
And you're good to do that.
Wait.
Are you good to record tonight, Ben?
Oh, I thought you were just doing a mini twist.
Oh, I am, but I thought we were all also recording tonight.
Oh,
we don't.
I thought once you said that you were going to do a mini twist, I thought that was all.
Oh.
I mean, I still probably could.
Yeah, I mean, it'd just be fun to talk to you guys, I guess, since we're all stuck at home at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben.
Okay.
I'll talk to you more about it after the episode.
Okay, you might want to send a message in the group chat just in case nobody else thought that.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye, Gabe.
Bye, Ben. What a dumbass. God. Just some people, you try to get through to them, but it's like talking to a brick wall. He's all like, hi. Shut the fuck up. Do I look like I care? Anyway, so maybe mini twist. If you get a mini twist next week or 2 weeks from now, congratulations. It sounds so cynical. That's my big issue. My big issue with personal relationships that aren't already close and anything I do content creation wise, I'm so cynical. But it's not, I'm not even really cynical. It's just like an act I put on to stop from being vulnerable. Here I am acting like you're my therapist again. But yeah, you're probably going to get an episode either next week or 2 weeks from now. But yeah, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hate my hair. I don't hate the way it looks. I hate the way it acts because it is the most straight, weighty thing ever. But I'm actively losing hair. I'm probably gonna be bald because it's your mom's dad. My grandpa on my mom's side does not have a full head of hair. He's not bald. He's a lot of things, but bald is not one of them. He's not bald. I'm not gonna be bald, but I'm going to lose a lot of hair, I think. But even with the hair I have now, it's so flat and weighty that if you don't immediately blow dry, and I mean blow dry it, or spray it with hairspray, it'll just bowl. It immediately just bowl haircut. And it's like, I know people with curly hair are jealous of people with straight hair. I would so much rather have curly hair than this straight of hair. Like, I'd rather have too curly of hair than this straight and heavy of hair. But I'm sure people with curly hair very much disagree, which is okay. We here at Reality with a Twist foster and support disagreement. I don't even know what I'm talking. This episode should have ended 4 minutes ago. If you didn't notice, the camera stopped recording right at 30 minutes, like I thought it would. And I went ahead and fixed that as best as I could, so there's no audio for a few seconds. But I've been Gabriel, and this has been our random single mini twist, our second ever single person mini twist. So yeah, you're going to get a mini twist probably either next week or the week after, and then the season